What do you reckon will be the plan of campaign? Will Tendulkar go at it as he has been in all the matches, or will he try to play a sheet anchor job today?
Well, just seeing the way he's been playing of late, I think he starts off in a hurry. He's looking for the boundaries. He doesn't mind taking the aerial route. But then after about 8 or 10 overs, he settles down, picks up the ones and twos, tries to work the ball into the gaps, and then goes on to play a long innings. But I think one of the top three will have to get 100 here.
I've been very impressed with the way Ganguly has batted in the last couple of times I've seen him. In fact, if anything, he's managed to keep up with Tendulkar, which is going some.
Well, that's a great compliment for him, and they complement each other extremely well, both these batsmen. He's the left-hander, Tendulkar is the right-hander. And the thing about Ganguly is that he's a lovely timer of the ball, and of late he's been really finding the gaps, and he gets a lot of boundaries.
Big crowd in now. They've all come in after work. The lights are on, and India has a chance to move into the finals of this Coca-Cola Cup. To take you through the first section of play in the second part of the match, Ian Chappell awaits us in the commentary box. Alongside him is Sunu Gavaskar.
Thank you very much, Richie. Ganguly to take strike. It's going to be Damien Fleming, who come from the Sharjah club end. Fleming has been in very good form. He'll be rested. He missed the game against New Zealand. Ganguly with a century against New Zealand, but a single-figure score against Australia. Tendulkar at the non-strikers end. Another great player. He was a great batsman, whether it be Test cricket or one-day internationals. Viv Richards, Sonny, he used to come out a lot of times and he goes smack, bang, crash, wallop, and you'd think in the field we've got a chance of getting this guy out. For the first 20 runs he'd hit the ball in the air and he'd play a lot of shots, and you'd think we've got a chance with this guy, and then suddenly he just settled down, and then you knew you didn't have much chance. I'm just wondering, with what Ravi was saying, what sort of approach do you think Sachin will take tonight?
Well, I think Sachin, knowing him, will be looking to get 284. He won't be looking at 254.
Ganguly off the mark immediately. Could be that he's the sheet anchor man, and Sachin will be looking to push it on.
Yes, I think he's a very, very positive thinking cricketer, Sachin Tendulkar. So right now, even in the dressing room, as he must have been putting on his pads, he mustn't have been thinking in terms of getting India to a score of 254. What he would be thinking is, how am I going to get India to a score past 284? And that's a very positive thing. So I think he knows that it's a big score that he's got to get, and therefore he might just start to bang straight away. Now that is where the Australians have a chance, because the ball is moving. We've seen the ball move. Fleming gets the ball to move earlier on, so that is going to be a crucial period.
Yes, it's a reasonable approach, isn't it? Because that's why you play the game. You play the game to win, not to just sneak into the finals through the back door.
Exactly right. I think that's what Sachin Tendulkar has always played for, to win, and win in a positive manner, win in as emphatic a manner as possible. So I think he will be really looking to get his side off to a good start. Whether he's going to use the first few deliveries as sighters and then start hitting, it really depends on what he gets in the first few overs. He'll be quite happy to get his legs moving with quick ones and twos. It's so essential that when you come in after a break of 45 minutes, when you've been in probably air-conditioned dressing rooms, to be able to come out there, and when you come out into this heat, to get those legs moving. The legs can be just a little bit stiff.
The other thing about taking that positive approach and trying to win the game, if India do win the game, obviously they then go into the final, but they go into the final with a bit of a psychological, well, if not a psychological advantage, at least they're psychologically up. Whereas if they get into the final through the back door, that's really not going to do much for their mental state.
That is absolutely right. I think if they get past 284, they will be really on a high. They'll just get the feeling that whatever Australia score then in the finals, will still be able to make it. So it's very important, this game, not only for India just to qualify, but basically to try and get their morale up.
Tendulkar will be annoyed with himself for missing that. A great opportunity for the square cut. Now that one's gone above the shoulder. It was a pretty well-directed bouncer from Fleming. I think he was quite happy to concede the single for the no ball.
Well, when you have a score of 284 backing you, then you don't mind conceding the odd no ball. But at least what it has made is it's made Sachin Tendulkar think twice. He was coming onto the front foot even before the ball had been delivered. Now he'll think twice.
No fine leg. That's away for 4. It's only just going to trickle there. And Michael Kastovich didn't chase hard. I think he realised it was just going to get there. Umpire's not sure that it has reached. And Kastovich saying that it pulled up just short. So it's only what they ran. Well, Michael Kastovich is a very honest cricketer, and he's certainly not going to tell any pork pies to the umpire. So it's what they ran. Well, that's well played. He's got it fine. Away from Fleming. In fact, it's Tom Moody at third man.
Well, that'll ease the pressure considerably, that boundary. Sourav Ganguly just opening the face of the bat and guiding it past the fielder at gully, if there had been a fielder there. Very well played. But I did mention Sir Garfield Sobers simply because it's a left-hander who is on strike. But yes, there are so many experts in the crowd.
Oh, that's a good delivery. Not all that short and lifting up into the ribcage area. Ganguly just practices the hook shot.
Yes, I think that caught him by surprise, because you don't normally expect a ball coming around your ribs in one-day cricket, and particularly not on a pitch like this. This has been a pretty slow pitch, but this has taken off quite nicely. Awkward height to Sourav Ganguly. He had to fend at it.
Tendulkar sent back.
Well, there wasn't a run in it. Sourav Ganguly very rightly sending Tendulkar back. He sees Damien Martin coming in very quickly, and Tendulkar struggling just a little bit over there.
Handedly into the finals.
And the late news here is that the Coca-Cola Company have made a special award to Sachin Tendulkar of £20,000.
So India, though not having won the match, qualified for the finals with a spectacular innings by Sachin Tendulkar.